marathon 2:37, half marathon 1:12. Men, marathon.
Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast ride. Yeah. Turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, say the peace with the slaves. Oh, light it up, light it up. I gotta light it up, light it up.
Spring Marathon 2022 goal, there it is, goal, race, pace. That is what we're talking about. I'll fill this in better so you can see it, but first, oh yeah, the comment of the day, which I'm glad it's going to work. Daniel Smith says, absolutely love the run today idea, Seth. Seeing your daily runs and the routine surrounding it is so helpful and inspirational for my own training. I'm sure many other viewers agree. Thank you, Daniel. So right now, boom, there is today's run. Okay, Seeking Beauty was the goal. Just getting out there, enjoying the fresh air. The balmy weather still, what is it, December 3rd today. So there's the run today. And yes, in the ASICS GT 2010, 10th editions, I will take the Zoomfly 4s for a little spin later. As I said yesterday, I'll keep you posted on how they perform after yesterday's surgery. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's break it down. Lots to talk about. First of all, shout out to Jeff Condurit on Twitter. Thank you for the alert. He was the first. A lot of people have alerted me, but he was the first to alert me about USA Track and Field's meeting. I think it might be this weekend or the next weekend. It's coming up very soon. I believe it's in Florida, where, yes, here it is on your screen on their agenda to talk about the marathon qualifying times. All right, very exciting. I guess they'll announce it after the meeting happens. I don't know exactly and when the window will open up for the OTQ, the Olympic Trials qualifying. That's why the Olympic rings are on the thumbnail of this vlog today. So here's the situation. This will be Rotterdam Marathon. Here it is on your screen, the countdown clock. So fun. We got plenty. We were patience. But it is fun to see that countdown clock. So we're registered. We found the race. We registered. Fast course. The final numbers that I saw from everyone out there in DGR who actually have done the race before was right at about 230 feet of vertical gain, which is why we're hopping across the pond for the Rotterdam Marathon. And let me think. What is today? December. So 11 months ago, I raced my first half marathon on the roads in a decade. All right, the Naples half marathon, you all have seen plenty of footage from that race where I was able to run 105.43. All right, so I felt very, very good about that effort. And You know, 105.43, if you break it down, actually, I'm going to break it down for you right now. It is, one second, 5:01, roughly not roughly, it's 5:01 a mile, okay? And there it is on your screen in kilometers. So right after the race, I think it was somebody, maybe I met in Naples, said or asked me, Seth, does that mean you could run, if you do just multiply it by 2, does that mean you could run a 2:12 marathon? No, 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 no. So it doesn't quite work like that, everyone, and this is why I talk about the 2-hour runs in your training so often, all right? That vlog, it might be the most popular vlog I've ever made. Even though it's old, it's over 2 years old, it needs to be updated, but it still gets a lot of views because I think there is some value still there in the vlog. Upper right-hand corner, and I'll link to it down below in the description. Once you go past the 2-hour threshold in your training, so for your long runs, your body starts to have to deal, especially in the marathon races, has to deal with lactic acid. And how does your body move lactic acid away from your muscles? All right. So that's why I'm always encouraging people to do the 2-hour plus runs in their training. And I gotta say, I'll just say right now, I wasn't sure when I was going to talk about this, but I catch a little bit of flack or criticism about my training quite a bit on Strava, and that's fine. I love it. Keep it coming. Critique away. I can't respond to all of your comments, but where people basically say, Seth, you need to do more speed work, and I agree with you. However, I really do. I know that I do. I've got the endurance, I've got the stamina, but at the same time, I will say that I was able to run that 105.43 off of some very simple speed training. Here it is on your screen. I went back and looked at the training log. Actually, I'm going to pull it up right now as I'm talking to you. One second. The training log, I went to the track 3 times leading into the Naples half marathon. Over the course of, here it is again, the training block, I don't believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting up 9, 10, 11, 12. It was a 12-week training block leading up to the Naples half marathon. So 3 times on the track, lots of long runs. I did a 31-mile long run up in Leadville, Colorado at 10,000 feet. It was epic. It was fun. I had a ball. That was like a big moment actually, where I was like, oh wow, I'm really getting fit up here in Leadville. So I'll continue to go down the path for me personally that I know I can run fast when I'm fit. However, I fully realize that I do know, it's like you can ask the question and you can challenge me in the comments below or on Strava and say, well, Seth, what could you do off of that type of fitness and mixing in a ton of speed work or more speed work on the track or what have you, harder fartleks. But what happens is your body starts to say, whoa, you got to choose one or the other. But I'm calling myself out. I know I've got to walk that line better moving forward to run faster and, yes, chase down that Olympic trials qualifying time, which, on that note, here are the times from 2020 from the Olympic trials. So you need it for the A standard for the marathon for the men, 2:15 for B standard, 2:19. Women, 2:37, B standard, 2:45. It sounds like and then there's the half marathon as well. It sounds like all these times are probably going to get faster because in Atlanta, hard to believe, it was almost 2 years ago, I was filming in Atlanta for all of you. It sounds like the field might have been a little large, especially on the women's side, just like a lot of runners, more than they anticipated. And so I bet these times, my guess is a minute for almost on the women's side, more than a minute. On the men's side, dropping for that B standard from 2:19 down to 2:18, and then A standard 2:15 down to 2:14. It might be 2:17:30. It might be 2:17 for the B standard. But my guess is about a minute, okay? So I'm taking that into consideration as I break down, yes, my goal for Rotterdam. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I don't know why I just rolled that R for Rotterdam. Okay, 1 second. Hold on here. Now I know there are other websites out there. For some reason, I just love this one. I just love it. It's just so easy to use. So it's kind of archaic, but it works, okay? And I'll do my best to link to it down below in the description so you can plug in the distance that you want to race and then plug in your goal time, and then it'll tell you. So this is the goal race pace. This is one of my goals, to train more at that GRP, goal race pace, for the Rotterdam Marathon. That's what point number 3 is there. Sorry, it's getting I still need to fill that in. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now, just because I keep saying that. There we go, GRP, goal race pace. So the drum roll, let's fire it up here in 1 second. All right, what is my goal for Rotterdam? I've been thinking about this for a long time, long time, but especially in the last couple of weeks. What do I think I can run based on my progress from Amsterdam 2 years ago, based on my progress at the Pikes Peak Marathon, okay? So going from 2:12 to 2:09 to 2:06 over the past 2 to 3 years, all right? Now it's totally different type of running, mountains versus road, but there is progress there. And that's an exciting type of progress for me, to drop basically 6 minutes roughly from for my ascent. Okay, I'm talking more about my ascent time up Pikes Peak, okay? So let me just calculate this just to play it safe. And this number I'm about to share with all of you might be, actually I would say it will be, influenced by what they decide at the USA Track and Field meeting in Florida. All right, so let's just calculate. Drum roll, there we go. 2:17:30. All right, that is my goal time for the Rotterdam Marathon, 2:17:30, which is ambitious, very ambitious. That calculates out to 5:14 per mile, 5:14 per mile, okay, or 3:15 per kilometer. All right, so that is my GRP for the Spring Marathon 2022. Now for you, it's gonna take time. I always want to try and apply what my goals are back to your training. At the end of the day, you just got to go out and race and see what you can do. That's what with Amsterdam, I went out too fast. That was a lesson learned. And so my GRP, now there were some other factors that went into that reason why I went out too fast. But now let's say USA Track and Field, just for fun, let's just edit this real quick to 2:18 flat, okay? Let's just see, what does that put us at? 5:16 per mile, so 2 seconds slower per mile, which you might think is nothing, and it's not. I mean, it adds up. It's the bottom line. It just adds up as you're out there working hard. So from that to what was it in 2020? 2:19 per mile, or 2:19 for the marathon. That is 5:18. So I would say 5:14 to 5:18 is actually significant. That's a second per lap around the track. It just adds up. It's amazing what that can do. It's that you think it's nothing, but over time, as that lactic acid, again, that 2-hour training, as that lactic acid builds up in your legs, it does start to accumulate, okay? And that's why we have to train ourselves. And this is, again, why I know I need to train more at the GRP, but I'm not going to let go of my belief that I can run fast doing high volume, at elevation, ideally, like I did in Leadville last year, but at the same time, honing in on that 5:14, 5:15 per mile race pace, okay? Which is, frankly, very exciting, because I know I remember how I felt in Naples at 5:01 per mile. 5:01 per mile. I remember how I felt. And I remember when the lactic acid did start to hit me, it was about mile 10 where I dropped back from that lead pack back to 4th or 5th place, and that's where I ended up finishing. So it's just a good indicator of where I believe I can hold that 5:15, 5:14, 5:16, 5:13 per mile pace. I don't know. That's why we await the decision from the people down in Florida, the USA Track and Field reps down in Florida. Okay, everyone, question of the day. Here we go. What's the hardest you've ever worked. And this could either be in your training, or for me, I honestly don't know if it was the New York City Marathon training block that I just finished, or if it was leading into to the 2021 Pikes Peak Marathon. As far as actual training, this is turning into a very long vlog. I'm putting my microphone on. Wow. Sometimes life is all about timing, and this is wild. It is 1:58 p.m. I'm actually getting the vlog done early today because it's Friday, family movie night. This is wild. I'm telling you, life is not all about timing, but there are certain moments where you're just like, providence. And this whole vlog idea topic, talking about my Rotterdam Marathon time and goals and goal race pace and OTQ and the meeting in Florida. Love you, Discord. Ryan, you know who you are. It's I'm editing and I'm almost done, about to hit export. I get a message on Discord. I haven't looked at it yet because I want you to see my gut reaction. It sounds like they've announced the OTQ times. They had their meeting today in Florida, USA Track and Field. It ended up being today, December 3rd. I wasn't sure. And I didn't see the full message. All I saw from Ryan on Discord was that they've announced it. I can't verify these results, this information. You're gonna see my gut reaction. Okay, hold on, let me just pull up Discord here. You ready for this? Okay, Discord. So Ryan says, OTQ standards have been announced, Seth, and this is from, okay, some people are posting it on Twitter, it's Twitter, but then some people are retweeting it, who I trust. Here we go. Just announced in the USATF meeting in Orlando, U.S. Olympic Trials Marathon Standards for 2024. Window opens 1/1/2022. That's great news. I wasn't sure when it was going to open. That's exciting. Women, marathon, 2:37. Half marathon, 1:12. Men, marathon, 2:18. Half marathon, 1:03. Oh my goodness. So what did I say? A minute. So my 2:17:30 is good. I feel good about that. I feel good. It's a little bit of a buffer. Oh, okay. I got to type back. I love you all. Now we're closing out the vlog, shutting her down. I know this was long, but this is happening in real time, 2:01 p.m. Mountain Time in Denver. All right, we will toss it to the Olympic Trials. The Olympic Trials vlog from 2 years ago. Right there, right there, right there. Butter, butter, butter. All right, you guys rock. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.